because it was so bad, right? How about if your children's life isn't that stressful? Then why would they cut? Does that make sense? And talk to them. Tell them. Let your children learn from you and your mistakes and your experiences. Allow them to do that. They can. Keeping it a secret, that's a good way to get them closer to your fears. Not expressing yourself, not being open, not telling them the truth and things like this. This is less emotional connection with your children. Let them know how you feel. They'll understand. They will. Children are smart. They're not stupid. Children are equal. They are smart. They are caring. They are loving. They have some empathy. Okay? Tell them. Write down what you're afraid of, Jolynn. Say it out loud. All these fears that are playing right now, say them out loud. Make sure you are really scared of them, because you may not be that scared of them. And then the less we turn from our fear, they become phobias, Jolynn. They become a phobia. I can't. Because, oh my God, doing it, oh, I don't even want to think about it. It's so bad. What is so bad? Someone laughs at you? Someone points or stares? Telling your children isn't going to cause them to cut themselves by telling them, okay? Keeping secrets and not telling them your fears is less emotional connection. They'll feel less connected to you, okay? I hope that helps. I'm glad you're in therapy. I think, yeah, a fantastic therapist. Keep working with them. Keep taking their suggestions and doing what they tell you, okay? Okay? Nathan from Alabama. Hi, Nathan. Dr. Marlene Winnell first coined the term religious trauma syndrome, RTS, to describe the mental anguish that may arise from participating in and then leaving a dogmatic authoritarian religion. In short, it's not a diagnosis formally recognized by the DSM, and it doesn't need one, as it's basically a form of CPTSD. Yeah, why can't we just call it that? You know, I see a lot of professionals like to coin their own terms and stuff like this, and it's like, well, that's just CPTSD. You know, that's like me saying, no, it's I have emotional post-traumatic stress disorder. Yeah, that's what it is. Is this something you've encountered before? What advice can you give to those suffering from this? CPTSD. All my advice is how to heal from CPTSD. I have a playlist, Healing CPTSD. Go watch it. Some of my best videos. That'll tell you how to heal from this. Religious groups, and please, I don't want to offend anybody, and I'm not challenging anybody's faith in their religion. I'm merely stating something that's true, okay? That in every group, you know, everywhere you go, there's bad things and unhealthy things. In every group there is. Religious groups can be like a company, like a corporation. These are some of the dangers in this when we form large groups of people, okay? That we tend to lose our conscience or give up our conscience to the group. The employee that screwed you over and took your house, that won't give you your change back or your receipt or allow you to take something back or these kinds of things. And they'll be just rude as hell. They don't care. As you're just sitting there just begging and saying, oh God, I'm so screwed. I've got no food, can't feed my children. Like, too bad, I just work here. And they go home and they're decent people and they sleep fine at night. That's because they gave up their conscience to the group. A group, typically, let's say a corporation, does not have a conscience. Sadly, some churches and religions don't have a conscience. Just do as we tell you to, right? And that's kind of what religious is. A lot of, this is how you live your life, this is what you do, right? And we tend to lose our conscience and our awareness, and we just do and follow the group. Okay, that's why they can be dangerous. I'm not saying religions are dangerous. I'm not saying people are dangerous in religions. There are some, obviously, we know this. But this is why any kind of large groups can be very dangerous. Okay, you go look at street gangs. Street gangs grow in territory, right? And you and your 14-year-old child could be in the pathway of growing street gangs. without knowing it, right? And your little 14-year-old child could be challenged to be in this group, okay? The group's led by a psychopath, right? He's a psychopathic murderer. If your child joins that group, will tend to give up his consciousness to the group and become what's called a secondary psychopath, okay? It can be very, very dangerous. How do you heal from this trauma? Well, if it's CPTSD, then the real question is, how do we heal from CPTSD? And that's what I devote my entire channel to. So if you'd like to be more specific, I'll help you. But just like I stated in the beginning of this video, we need therapy. We need to talk to somebody, and somebody that we trust, and somebody that can really help us. Not just our mom, not just our husband, not just our son, please, no, or a friend, okay? They aren't professionals. And even if they are, they can't help you. I hope they don't try, because they shouldn't be. You know, with little emotional support, moral support, drive you somewhere, listen to you, vent. That's it. But we need professional help. Number one, talk therapy, number one. Number two, be involved with people. Touch, hug, kiss, look in their eyes, say I love you, give gifts, do things and talk to people and plan things with people. And number three, be creative. That's what I said in the beginning of this video, and it's how we heal from trauma. Okay? Thank you. Willa from New Jersey. Hello, Willa. Willa's an awesome supporter and contributor to this channel for a very long time. Do you think it's a good idea to look at the personalities of people in your personal life? If I knew years ago what I know now, I could have saved myself so much grief. We don't judge people. Something I say is we don't judge people for their past. We hold people accountable for what they do now, for behaviors in the present. Okay? So I'm not saying judge people, but why not? I believe we should always evaluate our relationships. And in the past, we do this and we can learn from them. Okay? We must learn from our past, or we repeat it. And that's something. Now, should we look at personalities of people? Why not? I don't see why not. I can see it being very valuable to do that. One major step I do always with my clients when they come to me and said, I was in an abusive relationship, that usually means you've been in other ones. That usually means you've been in an abusive childhood. And they'll say, no, wait, I don't think so. And I have to show them how it was abusive. And if this is happening, we need to evaluate our relationships, because most likely we've got toxic friends and family that we're in contact with, and it's damaging us, okay? So we evaluate our relationships. Where is it going? Is there any meaning and purpose? Is it growing? Is it functional? Is it abusive, neglectful, traumatic? Okay, is this person toxic? And am I just trying to change them, right? Okay, so very beneficial. Thank you, Willa, but not judgmental. Big difference. Great work, David. Oh, I don't know where you're from. Izzy's Beauty Show, etc. Great work, David. You should write a book. Dang, even come on TV shows. You have a gift to translate what everyone couldn't put into words. Couldn't comprehend. Emotionally articulate. A lot of us weren't even aware that we were mentally abused. Sad to say. Thank you very much. I was wondering if you have a grasp on neural linguist technique. The psycho I left had knowledge on how to utilize this, and I had to learn about cognitive dissonance exercises to heal my brain. Can you do a video, David, on neurolinguist for us and translate it for all of us to understand? Yeah, sure, I can do that. Thank you for asking. If your name is Izzy, I'm not sure. And I'd love to know where you're from next time. So you said you have to learn about cognitive dissonance exercises. That's cognitive therapy, okay? And I believe that neurolinguist techniques are a form of cognitive therapy. And that's talk therapy. Number one. Everything else is supplemental, just as this is. I'm not totally knowledgeable in this. I've never done it. But it's a way of getting along better with people, and some forms of mirroring others and stuff like that. I think it's possible a codependent can still lose themselves in this. I think what's really important is to learn how to express ourselves. That's what boundaries are. I'm expressing how I feel. That's not, I don't like that. That's uncomfortable. I don't like that you're so far away. Come forward. These are forms of communicating and expressing ourselves. Feelings being a big one, right? I'm going to express my values by saying, no, I don't like you doing that. I don't want that in my life. Either you cut that behavior out or I cut you out, right? That's expressing myself, my values. This is what I need. If I'm not getting it from you, you can't offer this. I understand. I accept that. And I'm going to end this relationship and find it somewhere else. That's expressing what I need. Another big part of who we are. What we want and opinions is what's left. That is how we get along better with people, how we raise our self-worth, how we communicate better, okay? And this is all talk therapy, all of it, okay? I hope that makes sense. Yeah, I'll think about doing a video about that. It just seems like I'm really promoting it if I make a whole video about it, or I'll not be promoting it. So I don't know. I'll think about it. I really appreciate you asking. Any questions you have about it, please ask me, okay? Thank you. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, Bronson from Platteville, Wisconsin. Hi, Branson from Wisconsin. The borderline I was with cut me with a knife 4 times. Nice. I'm glad you're alive. Also had the fake pregnancy. Nice. So she either wanted your baby or to kill you. Got mentally abused daily, physically abused, and the smear campaign was awful. Why did I stay? I love your channel. It helps me out so much. Thank you for your content, and thank you, Bronson. I appreciate you very much for saying that and telling me. Why did you stay? Well, I don't know you, right? So this is general, isn't it? All I know is that you're from Wisconsin, you were cut, abused, and you stayed in that relationship. And that's the definition of codependency. It's not my opinion. Codependent relationship means we didn't fix our problems, nor did we end it. Why did we stay? Dependency. Dependency. Most likely, your parents emotionally neglected you, which made you not emotionally independent. It made you emotionally dependent. Okay? Your parents were probably dependent on you. Very hard to see this. Go to the right professional, they'll point that out to you. We've got low self-worth. I don't believe my life is more important. I don't believe my life is worth better. It's kind of hard to argue with, but you might want to. I used to argue that. No. I thought I was amazing. I thought I was great. You see how I talk to people at work. Well, but I let women much younger than me beat the crap out of me for years. There's my self-worth, right? And that's also my awareness of it at the time. So, low self-worth, okay? Familiarity, this is familiar. You might know someone like her in your family, or just simply you were in abuse, maybe you're abused, okay? Most likely some kind of abuse, verbal abuse at least, emotional, mental abuse, and you didn't have your emotional needs met. I know that. And you're in a relationship that was also neglectful. So your childhood was neglectful. Okay. So it was familiar, right? We had low self-worth. We were neglected at home. There is more. There is more. It's psychological too. I talk about this a lot, and I'm just going to say this briefly because I've said this many times. I don't like to repeat myself too much. But a child is raised with unconditional love by the parents. Okay? Unconditional love. And the child is completely dependent on the parents for everything they need. It's great. So with that, as long as the parents are okay and not dependent on the child can choose to be independent and seek its independence whenever it feels like it, on its own. Guilt-free, shame-free. Fly from the nest. But your parents, Bronson, had to have been dependent on you. And you learned what love is from your parents. And that means somebody needs you. And this person needed you. They tried to fake their pregnancy and stab you and physically abuse you and mentally. Yeah, that's an extremely dependent person. And you were in a relationship with them and didn't leave them. So you were too. Okay? I hope that answers your question. Thank you, Branson. Just Me says, hi, David. You are such a kind and loving person. Thank you. Thank you for being kind yourself. That was my reply. Thank you. Lauren from the United States. Hello, Lauren. I came from a family with a narcissistic father who scapegoated me, while my younger sister was the golden child. I did not know my father was a narcissist until this past winter. My father always placed the blame of our family's problems on me. That's amazing, huh? I mean, just really think about that. You've got like parents maybe in their 40s, 50s, right? And they're blaming their little child for all their problems. I mean, just massive dependency. That makes your parents feel better. Gross. That they can't make themselves feel better. That they feel better when they blame you for everything. That's just, I'm sorry. Your father always placed the blame on you. So did your mother. And sister believed it as well and bullied you. You're a freshman in college and you still have nightmares about them mocking, blaming you. The trauma of the child causes issues with your friends, I'm sure. I struggle with feeling like it's all my fault, I bet. Constant self-doubt, constant guilt, constant shame. If I was just a better person, I wouldn't mess up so much. Oh man, that's so sad. Here we are judging good or bad on making mistakes. So, harsh. We're supposed to make mistakes. It's a good thing to make mistakes. That's a great way to learn. Oh my God. Better person? Stop judging yourself. Stop comparing yourself and accept yourself. If there's something you want to fix about yourself, fix it. Wake up tomorrow and say that you're a beautiful person, that you're amazing. And why? How about this? How about we're all equal? Do you believe people are equal? Then you are too. Don't say yes, but not me. That means no, people aren't equal. It's either yes or no. You can't say everybody's equal except me. Then everybody's not equal, right? Now we're judging, right? We're being prejudiced, right? So work with somebody. Oh my God, this is so sad. I mean, your mom pretends that everything is completely normal. The enabler, codependent, the giver, the selfless. You got selfish and selfless. You got the taker and the giver, right? Children having children. I'm sorry. I'm awfully sorry. Please find help. You're worth it. That's all you need. You need help. You need to get away from them and have help. If you can't do it yourself, if you can't fix it, ask for help. Okay? I hope you do, please. That's so sad to hear people say that and to see that they're stuck in that all that matters is what I do. People are watching and judging me all the time, and I'm being hard on myself and judging myself. And oh my God, I can't believe I made mistakes. I'm such a bad person. Oh God, dude, that's on repeat. You think like that? That's on repeat until you fix your thinking. Okay? And how we feel about ourselves. That's something you've got to do. People can't do that for you, but they can help you. Ken from Southern California. Hi, Ken. David, on a weekly basis, you always come through with great content. Thank you. It's been 3 years, no contact with the borderline narcissist. Now I just made a video about the comorbidity of narcissism and borderline, the two different personality disorders. I just made it a couple days ago, if you want to watch that. Now I'm getting signals of hoovering, even after 3 years. Is her life on a downward spiral, hence the Hoover feelers? I know what part of the answer will be. Why should I care? No, okay. If they hoover you, does it, because I don't know you, right? So you're basically a general. If my ex hoovers me, who abused me, you said they're borderline narcissists, so they exploited you and abused you. And I don't need any comments from borderline saying I don't ever do that, but I'm borderline. Yes. So if they come back and they're hoovering you, is it because their life is on a downward spiral? Their life is always in a downward spiral. Always. So what's different about now, right, is that they're so impulsive. Their life is so unstable. Oh my God, it might be better over there. Oh, it might be better over there. Oh, it might be better again where I was just at. That was nice. Maybe it'll get better now. Just such dependency that they're not following their own life path and giving themselves what they need. Completely dependence on people. I need you. I need you. she can't maintain her life. She can't regulate her emotions, I'm guessing. She is so exploitative and dependent and abusive on other people that she just runs out of them. Maybe the one she's with now just, broke up with her, abandoned her. Maybe he's just not doing one thing for her, right? If she's borderline, then she's a little child and is parentified to everyone around them. They're all enabling her to not get help. And so maybe someone isn't enabling her enough. Maybe somebody isn't giving her rides, sex, money, and taking care of her, and they don't allow her to go cheat on them. So now she's thinking about you. You used to let her cheat, maybe. So I don't know, man. So the reason people come back is they want what they had, right? You did something for them. It's not because you're so great or they wouldn't be gone this long, right? Okay, hope that helps. I'm sorry. Stay strong, talk to people, process these things, write a list down, very, very aware and mindful of what you're doing. Try not to let her contact you again. Come up with a plan on what you want to do. What do you want to do if she contacts you again? Hopefully nothing. Hopefully you don't want anything from her, so there's really nothing you got to do. Thank you. And this is just a little comment from Deeper Roots Higher Self. It says, but we can't be vulnerable with cluster B, right? I think that has been my problem too, being vulnerable with the wrong people. Oh God. Well, when your parents don't teach you boundaries, then you are vulnerable. If you don't have boundaries, you are vulnerable. And that's the way controlling, abusive parents want you to be. Completely open and vulnerable to them, where they can just, do whatever they want with you. So we can't be vulnerable with cluster Bs? Well, that's a title, a label. How about we can't be vulnerable with people that abuse us and exploit us? I would recommend not. And I say we need to be vulnerable to have healthy, loving, growing relationships, but they aren't. So it's about being emotionally responsible, vulnerably. It's about vulnerability that is responsible, right? Allowing someone off the street in our house right away is not responsible, is it? You see that? Okay. Thank you. Osama from Tunisia. Thanks, David, for all the efforts you are doing for us. You are helping out many people with your videos, including me, and I'm very grateful for that. Thank you very much. I'm grateful for your support. Thank you for telling me. Thank you. And that's it. It's all done. Thanks, guys. Q&A's over. Everybody, please keep asking me questions, okay? If you think that I'm helping you or I can help somebody else, can you support me, please? Subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, go down below in the comment section, say hi, here I'm from here, ask me questions, share this video, send it to people, share it, put it in a playlist. It really, really helps me, guys. Really appreciate it. Thank you. I'm just trying to get this information out there, all right, to people that need it. Thanks. Love yourself first. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.